uh, our weekly update of Kodak. Uh,
In the life of Kodak.
as we get into our segment of In the Life of Kodak this week. So he performed in Tallahassee at the Culture Fest. And as any performer would be, he was hungry after the performance. Decided to go to McDonald's. Was followed, and they shot up the McDonald's where he was at. Hit his bodyguard. Was clearly attempting to hit him, but missed. Uh, what's up with Kodak?
It's not Kodak. It's it's jealousy, it's envy. People look at Kodak now, especially other local artists or other people who are, somehow connected to the music world and the street, that underworld that goes along with that. And they see him as being somewhat untouchable. So everybody kind of like, he think he untouchable. He think, what I'm saying? He think he just can do whatever he want to do. Which at this point he can, so no matter how you feel about it, until you really catch him slipping, he gonna do what he want to do. And you can't do nothing about it. So yeah, one of his security got shot. I heard he got shot in the leg. But yeah, that's just typical Florida stuff. Somebody bitter, somebody a hater. Kodak is not convinced that it's an industry dude, even though I guess a day or so prior to that, things were said. But yeah, Kodak seems to be okay with it. He's fine. He don't. When you're Kodak and when you're from where Kodak is from, this is not uncharted territory. You know what I'm saying? You know what's out there. You know the, I guess, quote unquote dangers. I mean, it would be dangerous for me. He's probably right in his element. You know what I'm saying? He was like, dang, I ain't heard no gunshots ring off in a minute. Sounds good to me. You know what I'm saying? But
I will say this, bro. Especially with what you just said about him being where he's from and being used to that. That's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Because if we just going off of what was reported that whoever shot at him had been following them and they knew that they was following him. And they still pulled into the McDonald's. And what they tried to do was block the entrance of the McDonald's so nobody else can come in the McDonald's. They blocked the driveway or the McDonald's so no other cars can come in after Kodak went in. And they still wind up shooting up, just driving by, shooting up the McDonald's. Being coming from where he's from, yeah, the threat don't faze him. But what you also got to think about as, being the bread of your organization, being a father to your son, your bodyguards, the reputation that comes with being an artist for the next bodyguards. They're gonna be like, yo, like you do stuff intentionally, knowingly to put yourself in danger. Like it's you high risk. You know what I'm saying? But being that where we come from or where he's from, that you don't try to let that type of stuff phase you. Now you're putting everything in danger because you trying to make sure that you remain this person and keep this energy whenever you get to the position that you in as Kodak, you supposed to, all right, now that I'm here, I'm gonna separate myself as far as I can from this. X was killed coming out of the BMW shop. So if you gonna move around like that in the city, you easy to get touched. But once that happens, what happens to everybody around you? What happens to everybody else relying on you? What happens to your son? What happens to your lady? What happens to your mom? What happens to your crew? Like at this point, Kodak is a brand, sniper gang. All them, like if something was to happen to Kodak, all that is gonna fizzle away. They gonna stream your stuff for the first 6 months, but after a couple seasons, it's all right. Who's next? You know, and to me, being a superstar, being an artist that Kodak is, you got all right. You know what? These they following me. We know they following us. Yo, let's take care of this another time.
Yeah, I agree with that. But even seeing Kodak's response to these things is he's not there yet.
God, you see,
like he's growing to that, to the level where he knows not to respond to certain things, you know what I'm saying, and that we're gonna get into in a few seconds. But he doesn't have that fear of himself. He don't think about, what if I'm not around anymore? What does that mean for this person? What does that mean for my mom? What does that mean for my son? He doesn't have that yet. Now he has the wherewithal to say, I'm not even going to engage in that foolishness. But the other, like you said, this is first of all, this is McDonald's. This is something as simple as stopping at McDonald's could have been your last night. And your last night on earth could have been at a McDonald's in Tallahassee. Probably getting followed by some college kid.
Bro.
So
it's you gotta protect yourself, you gotta protect your brand, all that, man. But just glad he's alive and he's here, he's well.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll keep growing and get to a better space to where he ain't gotta worry about nobody trying to jump on him after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I was saying, a couple of days prior to that, video surfaced of Southside calling Kodak anything but his name. And that's where Kodak was like, yeah, whatever, you know, I'm just trying to live my life, get my money, whatever. Southside also shot at Uzi the day before, because Uzi and
Young Miami.
what's wrong? Young Miami had an exchange, which I don't feel like was necessary, because I feel like I had already heard Young Miami say that, you know what I'm saying, Uzi being JT's dude, they always play like that, you know what I'm saying? So when she said that, oh yeah, Uzi already cussed me out, was kind of like on some, that's my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? It's just a joke, we just kicking it type of stuff. But of course, Southside, he got to be the tough guy, so he jumped out there and, you know, he went at Uzi. Then the next day he went at Kodak, and then he accidentally said he run Miami.
Accidentally?
Hey, according to what?
No, wait, hold up. Before you even get there, accidentally?
Hey, I can only go by what I heard he said after that. Now, Trick Daddy.
Hold up, before you even get there.
Mm-hmm. Do I think it was an accident that he said that? No, I don't.
No, before you even get there, before you even get to the end. What? Because there's reports out that after Southside when at Uzi that when they heard what Kodak was saying about Young Miami, that they went to Southside and was like, oh, so you can say something to Lil Uzi, but you can't say something to Kodak.
Oh, he let them boys gas him.
So they gassed him, and then he jumped online and said what he said. So again, I ask you, accident?
Hey, when he went back to clean it up, that's what he said. Now, I don't know. If I said something and then, I realized that, okay, this could cause some problems with, because first of all, if you have a problem in Miami with Trick Daddy, you don't have a problem with Trick Daddy. Like, you got all other types of entangled issues, and you might just want to stay away.
Ask Lil Wayne.
Right, exactly. So
Lil Wayne know real well.
I don't even know how he can still go to Miami, because he didn't have some of everybody.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so anyway, yeah, we know he had now. But anyways, so basically when Southside called Trick after the fact, he said, oh, it slipped. I slipped and said I run Miami, but I got respect for all the OGs and all the real ones out here. Blah 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 blah. I didn't really mean to say I run Miami. So but that's the way he presented it to Trick. And it's funny how Trick acknowledged that part, but then he tried to stay out of the other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about that because for the first 2 minutes of that video, he kept saying, I ain't into, I don't know what they arguing about, but and it was like, hold up. So if you don't care about what they arguing about, why you care about, but the only way I can make sense of it is Southside felt the heat, and
of course
he had to make the call. Like, because for somebody to call Trick Daddy in 2021 about some Miami stuff, you tapped in and you messed up. Because Trick is not the biggest artist in Miami, but if you're from Miami, you know that Trick is the biggest artist in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, if you need something done, you got to call Trick. You know what I'm saying? But so that was a calculated move on Southside part. You know what I'm saying? That was a calculated step. Like, he knew, okay, let me call the OG and explain myself. And I think that by him doing that, it made Trick feel a certain way. Because think about this. Remember a couple months ago, I forget who the artist was, but they got their chain snatched. And they called Jay Prince.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay Prince jumped online with a post. And everybody killed Jay Prince. Yo, why you jumping online about this? You an OG. What you doing? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Fast forward, that was like a year ago, maybe more.
Yeah.
Fast forward to today or 2021. Something happens in the industry that kind of mixed with the street. Something was said, and the OGs had to be contacted. And the OG who was contacted, first thing he do, yo, I'm on live. Guess what just happened? So he, in essence, created a post, posted it online. Yo, I'm an OG, but guess what just happened? Y'all boy The one that y'all been, I mean, the very beginning of the video. This is what y'all been talking about all day. This is what he said at the beginning of the video.
You know, y'all been waiting to see what I got to say.
Come on. Now, think about if this, we in 2021. Think about this would have happened in 1991. It would have been handled and you wouldn't have heard about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Trick was eager. He jumped online. Yo, this is what happened. Like he jumped. He became part of that. He became part of that machine. And so it's like, all right, you just got just like, it was a calculated move by Southside. And if, you know, just off of what I know, Southside is connected in Miami very well.
Yeah, of course.
But
very connected in Florida.
But at the end of the day, Kodak is ours, one of ours. So, you know, you could be connected, but Kodak is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when he acts bad, he like a little bro that you kind of like, yo, go somewhere. Like, little bro, sit down, little bro. You know what I'm saying? But Southside said what he said. But he made sure that he reached for the right people to correct. I'm a little surprised that they didn't make him come back online and say something. But I think by Trick jumping online immediately and, yo, clarify with me, it kind of like, okay, leave it be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, man. I don't know how I feel about Southside. I mean, I know who he is. I know what he does. I know what he about, all that good stuff. But I feel like he just got to pop out every now and then and like, just let y'all know I'm still tough. Like,
yeah. And I don't get it. You're a producer, bro. Like, just making money and be cool. Like,
you getting all this money, but you riding around with suspended license.
Dude, man.